He has won titles all over the world, including the prestigious Tournament of Champions. Now he plans to tame the PBA animal patterns. Jesper Svensson is the #1 seed and looking for his 6th title at the PBA Bear Open right now. Thunderbolt Lanes in Allen Park, Michigan, just outside Detroit, is the site of the PBA Fall Swing. Today it's the Bear Open. 5 of the world's best bowlers compete for a title and prize money. Now let's meet our finalists with our Master of Ceremonies, Dennis McCamery.
Hey, thank you, Dave. I'm Dennis McCamery, your PBA MC, and I'm very excited to be here right in Detroit, Michigan for the PBA Fall Swing Tour. Now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time to introduce to you your bowlers. The #5 seed won the 2015 PBA Scorpion Championship, looking for his 2nd PBA Tour title from Charleston, Rhode Island, John Van Hees. The #4 seed was a collegiate All-American at Wichita State, making his 2nd TV appearance from North Tonawanda, New York, John Zabinski. The #3 seed is the holder of the 2 PBA Tour titles from Mesa, Arizona, Josh Blanchard. The #2 seed was the 2012-13 PBA Rookie of the Year from Huntington, Indiana. Make some noise for E.J. Tackett. The #1 seed is the reigning PBA Rookie of the Year and holder of 5 PBA Tour titles from Gothenburg, Sweden, Jesper Svensson. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your PBA Fall Swing Tour bowlers as we get ready to rock this house.
Our first match features John Van Hees against John Zerbinski, who's looking for his 1st career title. The winner takes on Josh Blanchard, who won twice on tour last season. Victor then will meet E.J. Tackett of Huntington, Indiana, all looking up to the #1 seed, Jesper Svensson. Randy Lane Level joined by the Johns, Van Hees and Zerbinski.
Thanks, Dave. I'm with the 2 Johns. I'm going to start with John Zerbinski first. John, an incredible resume, but no wins. How do you climb the ladder today to capture title #1?
You know, I've been asked that question a lot. All you got to do is just make shots, stay in the present moment, and then, you know, the pins are going to fall for me today. So I'm just going to stay confident, and I'm going to do it.
Thanks, John. Good luck.
Thanks, Randy.
Now, John, you have won. You won last year. How do you follow that up, and what is it about the Bear oil pattern that fit your eye?
Well, staying relaxed, staying in the moment, like John said. I want to make good shots. I want to come out of the gate, be aggressive, have a lot of fun. The Bear played into my wheelhouse because I like to control the pocket, and hitting the pocket was a premium on that pattern. So didn't have to strike a whole bunch. You just had to stay clean, not make mistakes. So I'm confident I'll do that today.
Thanks, John. Good luck. Jonathan Van Hees, he did a lot of hitting the pocket when he captured his 1st title last season. But the Bear Open title goes through arguably the hottest player on tour, the 2-handed, left-handed sensation from Sweden, Jesper Svensson.
Who is our top seed, Randy? Good to hear from the Johns there. Ball swing overview. The Wolf Open, Tom Doherty, his 2nd career PBA title. Came here in suburban Detroit. The Bear Open, wow, we got a challenging pattern today of 40 feet. One of 5 events, PBA Fall Swing. Van Hees, Zerbinski set to go head-to-head. Our first match from here in Allen Park. Dave Ryan and the Hall of Famer, Randy Peterson with you. To begin our telecast here today. Ring and 10-pin, John Van Hees.
Yeah, but a nice opening shot by John. Very confident coming off of his win at the World Series last year, where he made the lanes look easy when everybody else struggled to hit the pocket. What a performance.
Good mark for John, the 5 seed. Now it's John Zerbinski. North Tonawanda, New York, just outside Buffalo. 6th year on the PBA Tour. 28 years old and a former star at Wichita State.
Dave, this is one of the nicest physical games you'll see. For a big guy, he's really good at controlling his upper body and very good at not muscling. And you can see just how balanced he is at the foul line. Very important for the big players to use their lower body, use their legs, and get into that nice balanced position.
Only his 2nd career TV appearance comes here today. Lost to Chris Barnes 232-202 in Tokyo. And nice start, 4-pin and the single pin spare conversion. Randy, let's check our lane conditions today.
Well, it's the 40-foot bear pattern, and it's really considered the most challenging of all the PBA animal patterns. Pretty flat, 1 to 1.3 ratio. This year, though, not as difficult as it has been in the past couple of years. There's a little more shape to this pattern. The players actually averaged a little bit higher here at Thunderbolt than they did the 2 previous years on the bear. But they don't call it the bear for nothing, Dave. It's got teeth, it's got fangs.
Was that an Aussie accent or?
No, it's just me.
Just you, just Randy. And double wood here, the 2-8 for John Zerbinski. Buffalo to Detroit. It's about 4 hours if you go through Canada, so you got to have a good passport. That's the way you make that drive. He's got some family members here from the Western New York city of Buffalo.
Very likable young man. He's always done real well in the team series, the Elias Cup series. Always gets picked on a team. Always does very well in that competition.
2-8 double wood takes care of that. 3-time ITC champ at Wichita State. First team All-American, 2 years there. Team Masters champ. Really great resume leading into his time on the PBA Tour. Back to Van Hees. Early lead just underway.
Oh boy.
Didn't like it, that's why. 1-2-7. A light hit.
Well, in the words of Bob Euchre, just a bit outside, but no harm, no foul if he can convert the spare-only trail by a pin. Again, the players early on trying to get through the jitters of being back on television. It's something that you never get used to, and if you do, well, you may want to find something else to do. I mean, this is what makes our sport so much fun, is the feeling you get under the bright lights of the PBA Tour.
Rubber does take care of the mark.
Gotta hit the one in the front, brother. Gotta hit the one in the front.
Let's break his game down a bit, Randy.
Well, very nice controlled game. He prides himself on being a shot maker. Gets the ball into the swing there in that right step. A little short in the third. Creates a little upper body lean. Pretty high backswing, but obviously the great finish, the athletic finish at the bottom. Keeps his hand at the back using a mastermind brainiac. But just a pretty simple game. Doesn't do a whole lot. Medium rev player, medium power. Roll, though. A lot of end-over-end roll.
Good looking shot. 2-0 in his career on TV.
See that hand up the back. Just a slight bit of rotation at the bottom. A great lesson for the folks at home to learn. And you don't need a lot of rotation with the wrist to create hook. You need roll and a little bit of side rotation.
Back to John Zerbinski, 6-time member of Team USA, including the last 4 straight years. Looks for his first strike of the match. And has it.
And comes in light into that swish zone. I'll tell you what, if there was anything I would change with this game here, it would be to increase his rev rate by about 200. Just beautiful positions. I think his rev rate is right, kind of middle of the road, and it makes him a player a lot like John Van Hees. Imagine that same game with a rev rate of about 550. As you take a look at his arsenal, he's throwing the lock. Now that separates him from everyone else. You put him up in that Dom Barrett category, getting that rev rate way up.
A shot for pin. Everything but fall down for him.
Make a move off of it.
Just a little bit high, 4-7-10 standing, but now just the 4-pin and an easy single pin spare attempt coming up.
Takes care of that. First ever TV appearance for John Zerbinski in the United States. Just that one TV appearance we told you about at the DHC PBA Japan Invitational in Tokyo. And he's 35 years old, 12-year pro. Was just outside of Providence in Charlestown, Rhode Island. Fourth frame. Hurry didn't enough. 2-4-10 split.
Another wide shot on that right lane. This time he's going to pay for it, leaving the 2-4-10. You can't get it that far right on this pattern. It's too flat.
Tough spare. Just misses the 10. Not by much, but it's an open frame. John Zerbinski sees that advantage go up to 13 pins.
Yeah, just catches a little too much of the 2-pin. John, a winner 2015 Scorpion Championship in Reno. Defeated Lonnie Wallachek and Jason Sterner.
202-176, and they there. Here, no 7-10, just the 7. Ooh. Much easier.
Yeah, much better shot, too. You can see that's not near as far right down lane, but almost an awful break. Rolls the 10 late. It's going to be interesting to watch how this pattern breaks down and if the lanes become a lot more scoreable. The players playing the same part of the lane, you break down, create friction, and that's what the players look for.
By 13 pins.
John Zerbinski told us yesterday, making that first ever show stateside, what a relief. Weight off, he said. He's tried so hard so long, but a breakthrough here in Allen Park. He was confident in the pre-match interview with Rick. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, nice shot there.
Great shot. Wife Christina's here. Mom Susan, Dad Leon have made the trip from Western New York.
Beautiful shot here by John. And, you know, last week, Dave, we saw Tom Doherty climb the ladder and win. Maybe it's, see if it's in the cards for John Zerbinski.
His family's here, rooting him on. Leon, Susan, and Christina.
Hook, 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 hook. Yeah!
Nice shot.
It sure did.
Doubles up. John Zerbinski looking for his first ever career title. And what a way to do it. He's taken a commanding 23-pin lead. Lots more action to come from Thunderbolt here in Detroit.
Detroit won Great Bowling City. A double for John Zerbinski. 3 of the last 4 frames he has struck. And has a lead on John Van Hees, 23 pins. There's Chuck Gardner, Brunswick Tour rep. And a moment ago, he was speaking with John Van Hees.
You want to look at going to the symmetric ball.
I'm going to get this one. If I throw one more good, doesn't do the right thing, then I got to go to it and fall on the sword.
And talking about possible equipment change going from asymmetrical to symmetrical. By doing that, Dave, he'll create more down lane shape. Symmetrical balls cleaner, store energy longer, and come off the spot harder.
John, 6th frame here, Randy.
You can see how that's just kind of burning up a little bit, and it's a little soft into the pocket. This is a good shot. You can see right there the track that these two players have created in between 3rd and 4th arrow. But as it enters the pocket, it's a little soft. That's because of the early roll.
10 pin, takes care of it.
Something that stores a little bit longer might be in his future.
PBA Bear Open Thunderbolt here in suburban Detroit. Dave, my Hall of Fame broadcast partner Randy Peterson. Our entire crew bringing you PBA Fall Swing on CBS Sports Network this year. Seventh frame. High flush. Nice looking strike.
And a ball change. And you can see the rotation there, and then a little bit more back end finish to that bowling ball.
Great experience, as John told us yesterday with Team USA. Helps him in clutch moments like these. Works on a double. 7th frame. Go by 4 pin.
Just right of the middle arrow, and just comes in a little soft for John Zerbinski. Still a nice lead with a spare here. 23 pins. Van Hees now working on a strike.
His family happy to see that. John told us he's done a lot of work in Buffalo with Brad Angelo. Longtime PBA star. Jones, Russell, and Belmo have won the PBA Bear Open in the past. Who will carry that trophy in 2016? We're going to find out today.
Said his keys to winning is just to make better decisions on the lanes.
Seems simple enough. Is he doing that?
Now, I'll tell you what, he's throwing it real well, too. He's got a nice picture right now. I think the lanes are transitioning right to where he likes them to be, and it's just a matter of execution now.
Strikes in 3 of the last 4 frames for Zerbinski.
He actually bowled in Siberia once.
Told us that story.
Isn't that crazy?
That
was so awesome.
when he checked his phone in Siberia, it was actually warmer than it was in Buffalo at the time. In November. Double wood. It gets pretty cold in Buffalo from about Halloween on. I lived in Syracuse 25 years. I know a lot about that. Those winters up there. Whoa. No joke, Randy.
Hey, Dave, good for you. right now, not so good for John Van Hees, as he's not able to shape his bowling ball to get to the pocket consistently.
Wood does take care of that. Tuesday through Friday nights at 6 Eastern. Host Adam Shine turns enthusiasm up to 11. He gives you his take on everything happening in sports on and off the field. Dive into Adam's mind on Time to Shine. Only on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. It's time for John Van Hees to shine. This is it, ninth frame. It's on a spare, down 23, and all 10 down.
Yeah, good shot there. Unfortunately, he has to finish on the right lane. Zerbinski, commanding lead, working on a strike now, but nice pitch here by John Van Hees. There's just a couple shots that got wide and got away from the open frame in the fourth, but honestly, he's not thrown the ball all that terrible. He's made some nice shots. I'm not sure about the shape, but I'll tell you, he's got a nice shape to their ball reaction is John Zerbinski.
That's high.
You could hear him say, go, go, go. He got it left of target, never got it far enough to the right. And on a flat pattern, you're not going to have that shim or that hold that you would normally have, say, if you were bowling on a league shot or a league pattern. He's lucky here that he only leaves a 3-6-10. Look out.
Nice cover. Has his spare.
Lucky cover. He got it on the outside. You want to try to cover all three pins with a bowling ball when you shoot the 3-6-10. He got away with that.
Josh Blanchard, Phoenix Areas. Next up, 3 seed wins the winner of this. Takes on the winner of this match. Josh in search of his third career PBA Tour title. There's PWBA star Rocio Restrepo from Colombia. She bowled this week, trying to make the fall swing TV shows.
Yeah, nice shot there. Game over. John Zerbinski will move on to face
Josh Blanchard.
Josh Blanchard.
I liked how confident John Zerbinski was with you in that interview. Had a good look in practice, felt very sure about his game clearly, and delivers as long as he has 8 pins here for the shutout. How about 9? And there it is. Officially the win for Zerbinski. And his family from Western New York very pleased, because John is through to the next round to take on the 3 seed Josh Blanchard. Longtime Team USA member John Zerbinski from North Tonawanda, New York, advances up the ladder. Back in suburban Detroit, John Zerbinski has advanced with a 207-183 win over John Van Hees. That means he takes on Josh Blanchard in the next round, and Dom Barrett, the Dominator, British bowling star, 4-time tour champ, 1-time major champion, joins us, guest commentator for the rest of this broadcast. When you look at the 4 remaining bowlers, what do you see of the competition?
I think it's a great show. It's a great TV final. I think Randy was talking about it earlier, and I think that this is probably one of the only times where you don't see Jason Belmonte on this type of show, where normally you have a lot of angle, you have a lot of rev rate. EJ really is the only guy who has that. Everyone else is a little straighter, so it's going to play a little bit differently this time, I think.
Dom, welcome to the telecast. My question for you is, how big of an advantage is it for Jesper Svensson being the only lefty on the telecast?
I think it's a huge advantage. Most of the shows he makes is like that. But I think even more importantly is the experience that these guys have got. They haven't got a lot of TV experience. Jesper won Rookie of the Year last year, and he's probably the bowler with the most experience out of everyone here, and he's only 21.
TOC winner a year ago, Jesper Svensson. So you think about Jesper as the top seed, and you know from winning titles and winning majors, big events like this, what do you do while other bowlers are competing in the step ladder? What are you doing to stay busy?
For me, I always try to get out of the way. I try to take in this atmosphere. You can hear the great crowd behind us. Try to take all of that in so it's not a shock when you come out and actually compete with it. But you just have to do your own process. You have to do your own thing. For me, I had to get out of the way. Some other guys like to probably watch a bit too much. It's different for everyone.
All right, Dom, looking forward to his guest commentary in the booth here in Allen Park, Michigan, outside Detroit. Blanchard will take on Zerbinski when we return on CBS Sports Network.